Hey everybody, good morning. We are deep in the Agua Fria National Monument, and today's episode is one that you, the community, has requested. You guys want me to talk to you a little bit about phone photography, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to take us all the way out here in a very remote environment just to have a little bit of four-wheeling fun, and then we're going to pull out the camera. So everybody, we are in a part of the Agua Fria National Monument. I've taken all of you before. Here is a video from earlier this spring when I was hiking through this area. And you can see it was a lot greener. The reason that it's looking so barren right now is that a wildfire came through here, and I believe it was caused by a vehicle. So that probably means that somebody came out here, backed their car up on this road and hit some grass, and your catalytic converter is hot enough to ignite the grass. And that's more than likely what happened. Now this is definitely a four-wheel high clearance area only. Right now it's not bad, but getting up here, it was quite an adventure. So, all right, let me pull over here and just get my bearings. So I'm looking for a possible corral that I saw on Google Earth, and it looks like the burn scar has gone out to that general area. So I don't know if the corral's gonna be there, but that's where we're gonna pull out the camera phone and see what we can do. So you can see the sun came up. It is absolutely beautiful out here. I'm trying to find a road that veers off to the left, and that's should take us to that corral. But out here, it's kind of hard to see some of these side roads or tell whether or not they're an actual side road. Let's see. Oh yeah. Good thing I bought me a rock crawler. Well, this corral, I don't think it's what my wife is looking for, but we found it. I'm not going to get any closer to the road. Yeah, there's a lot of plant life growing around right here, so I think we'll just walk it over to the corral and look around and see if there's anything interesting here. So phone photography really isn't my thing. I do use my phone to help aid in my photography, and I'll show you guys how I do that in just a few minutes. But I want to give you my top 5 tips on how to take great images with your cell phone. So my first tip for you guys involves your lens. You see, your hand has been touching this lens, so the oils, the greases from your skin are now all over that lens. And if you try to shoot an image without wiping the lens off, the image is going to be very soft, the colors are going to be very muted. So make sure you take a microfiber cloth and wipe that lens before you start shooting, so you can have sharper images and more vibrant colors. My next rule for you guys involves light. Now, this lens is exposed to me putting this into my pocket and pulling back out, so there's going to be very fine scratches that develop on this lens. As a result, you guys should consider not shooting if there's a light source, a light bulb somewhere in your image. Now, during the daytime, that's not going to be a problem, but when you get into the blue hour, just look at this video. Now, this is where I first discovered the problem. I was in Rome, Italy. I had just finished shooting a sunset over the Vatican, and we were actually walking towards the Vatican. And you can see all those halos that are around every light in the image. That is from these microscopic scratches. Those are going to be in all of your photographs. So a camera phone is not a good idea in dark conditions where there is a light bulb present in the image. You're going to get those weird halos. So I would avoid that type of photography with your phone. My next tip for you is to not use your digital zoom. The reason that you shouldn't use it is this is a digital zoom, whereas this is an optical zoom. With this camera, you can see the focal length, the length of this lens will actually change while zooming. Well, we don't have that capability on a cell phone. So what happens is the camera takes a look at the pixels that are more in the center of the image and then spreads them out. And that's going to cause us a lot of gaps between the pixels. So the camera makes an estimate between this pixel and this pixel. What's the average color between the two of them? And that's how we get zoom capability with our phones. It just estimates what's going to be there. Now, as a result, the more you zoom, the more fuzzier the image is going to be, and also the more grayed out the color is going to be because of that color estimation. So I absolutely would not use my digital zoom if I'm going to be uploading any of these images for sale in stock photography. My next tip for you guys involves using the rules of composition. Do a quick Google search, rules of composition or rules of photography composition. You want to try and include as many of those different rules as you can in your photography. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a picture shooting down this corral. Now what I'm getting here is two of the rules of composition. Number one, I'm getting symmetry. And number two, I'm also getting leading lines. That's going to draw, both of them are going to draw the viewer into the image. So again, keep an eye on the rules of composition. They're going to help you create amazing photography. Now there's always the argument, should I shoot in JPEG or should I shoot in RAW? I'll probably be doing a video later on about those two different file formats. So just really quick, here's the deal. If you're not planning on doing any post-processing with your image, go with JPEG. The camera's going to do as much of the development work as possible for you. If you are going to put it into Lightroom or some other program where you're going to be doing some post-processing, definitely shoot in RAW. That's going to capture the maximum amount of information your camera sensor can handle and pack it into that file so you have more options when it comes to things like color correction and dodging and burning. So how do I use my camera phone with my photography? Well, I do have the DreamsTime app on here, in which I can upload the DreamsTime. I can title, keyword, and describe my images, but I find that to be very cumbersome to do on the phone, so I rarely, if ever, use it. Normally, what I'm going to do with my phone is I'm going to put it into panorama mode, and I am going to take a pano so that I can have a visualization of the panorama that I'm about to capture, so I have a better idea if it's really going to be a captivating image or not. So that's how I use my phone to help support my stock photography. Also, obviously, I used it with the navigation system, or to be the navigation system for the Jeep, so I can find my way out here. So another way how I use it, not for images, but to get me to where I'm going to be taking my images. All right, everybody, that's it for this episode. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and check out patreon.com/EWJ so you can see all the bonus content I provide for my patrons. Remember, everybody, never stop exploring, and I'll see you all in the next episode.